island of Sodor is home to the Northwestern Railway, with engines of all shapes and sizes, working hard to deliver goods and passengers to their destinations. There are lines that run along the coast of the island serving the docks, the fishing villages, and the seaside towns. There are branch lines that run to the farms, and the quarries, and the ancient castles of the island's heartland. And then there is the main line, which runs all the way from Knapford on the west coast of the island to Vickerstown in the east, and continues over the Vickerstown Bridge, where it connects to the mainland and beyond.
Summer was fast approaching on the island of Sodor, and the Fat Controller was getting worried about all the passengers getting to their destinations. The railway was busier than ever, with tourists coming from far and wide to enjoy the beautiful sights and sounds of Sodor.
We need more coaches to handle all the passengers. The trains are getting too crowded and we need to make sure everyone can travel comfortably. But where can I find one on short notice? He said worriedly. Excuse me, sir, but I couldn't help over here. But I have an idea. We could use my old coaches. They are always reliable and could help with extra passengers,
Duck said excitedly.
That's a splendid idea, Jock. But where are these old coaches now?
He asked, curious.
Well, that's the thing, sir. I can't quite remember where they are. I think they might be in one of the old sidings, or perhaps somewhere along the branch line. But I'm sure I can find them,
Duck replied thoughtfully.
Very well, Jock. I'm sure you'll be able to locate them. Please find those coaches and bring them here as soon as possible,
he said encouragingly. Duck set off on his quest to find the old coaches. He chugged along the tracks, eager to complete his task. His first stop was the washdown, where Percy was getting clean.
Hello, Percy. Have you seen my old coaches around? I'm looking for my old ones to help with the summer rush,
Duck asked eagerly. I'm not sure, Duck, but you might want to check the sidings near Tidmouth. Sometimes things get left behind there, Percy replied thoughtfully.
Good idea, Percy. I'll head there next.
Duck thanked Percy and set off to the sidings near Tidmouth. There were trucks everywhere, but no sight of the missing coaches.
I'll find those coaches. They have to be here somewhere,
Duck said determinedly. Duck searched through the sidings, calling out occasionally to see if anyone had seen his old coaches, but to no avail.
Come on, old boy. We have to take a train, Duck's driver reminded him.
Later, Duck was still thinking about the coaches and wasn't properly paying attention. Coming down a rather steep hill, he didn't see the red signal up ahead until it was too late.
Duck? I can't stop!
A quick-thinking signalman switched the points just in time, and Duck was sent into an old disused branch line.
Phew, that was close,
Donald said with relief. He went straight through the trees and bushes along the overgrown track and derailed at a level crossing.
Look at the mess I've made.
Soon Donald came to help Duck back onto the tracks.
Laddie, you're not going to believe what I found back here,
Donald said with excitement.
What? There's nothing that will cheer me up,
Duck replied glumly.
Are you so sure? Why don't you look for yourself? And where are we, Donald? I don't recognize this place,
Duck asked, puzzled.
On the old peel-girded branch line that runs up into the mountains of Sodor. It also goes to an old castle called Ulfstead,
Donald explained. After Duck was derailed, Donald took him along the overgrown tracks. Duck approached the source of the glimmer and saw that indeed it was his old coaches, hidden amongst the bushes and trees. They were covered in dust and cobwebs, but looked to be in decent condition.
I knew I'd find you. It's so good to see you again,
Duck said joyfully. Thank you, Donald, for finding these. Don't sweat about it. Percy told me earlier about your quest to find them. Now, can you take them to the works? Donald asked. I think so. All right, I'll leave you to it. Duck coupled up to the old coaches and began the journey to the works. The tracks were bumpy and the old coaches creaked. But Duck was determined to get them to the works and back on time. Duck arrived at the works with the old coaches. The Fat Controller, looking very excited, came over to greet him.
Welcome back, Jock. You've done a marvellous job at finding the coaches and bringing them here.
The Fat Controller said, pleased. Thank you, sir. I'm glad to have been able to help. I hope the passengers will enjoy the old coaches.
I'm sure they will. Now let's get them cleaned up and ready for service. Where did you find them anyway?
According to Donald, somewhere along the old Peel Godrich branch line.
I think it's time we restore that old branch line as well. What do you think?
Great idea, sir.
But first, let's take care of these coaches.
The old coaches were cleaned and refurbished by the workmen at the works. They were painted, polished, and made ready for the busy summer season. After a couple of days, the old coaches were ready for their first run. The Fat Controller, Duck, and several other engines gathered at the station to prepare for the busy day ahead.
Look at these beautiful coaches. They're ready to help carry passengers with the summer rush,
the Fat Controller said proudly. As the summer season began, the passengers were delighted to see the newly refurbished coaches. They were impressed by the comfort and charm of the old coaches and boarded them eagerly for their journeys. Thanks to Duck's quick thinking and a bit of luck, the Fat Controller's railway was able to handle the extra passengers with ease. The old coaches were a great success and the summer season went smoothly.